skins, and more accessories. Let's begin. Let's quickly brush over what we got last week because I have way too much content to cover in this video and I don't want to make it too long. So last week we got the final push event, that is of course the 20% logic point increase that you get on the last week before the new season begins. And that's of course because we're getting a new season very soon. We got a ton of character adjustments as well last week, as we got Coordinator getting a buff. They adjusted it since the test server, making it so her movement speed is a little bit slower, but she does have the movement speed for a little bit longer. They also adjusted her decoding speed to make her decode a little bit faster when survivors are on a chair. Gravekeeper got adjusted so he can now absorb 2 chip hits when he's in his underground state. Weeping Clown has a little bit easier turning radius and he can turn his rocket a little bit faster, and they increased his movement speed when using a rocket with a teammate. Little Girl won't interrupt Hunter's attack animations with her pages anymore. Prospector had a bit of adjustment now where his movement speed buff when he goes near a Cypher machine won't activate when he isn't free moving. I think this means when he is in a rocket chair or when he's on the ground. Ripper got an adjustment where when he knocks down a survivor or puts a survivor on a chair, a patch of fog will appear around that survivor for 12 seconds. It means he goes invisible a little bit faster in that area. Photographer also got a small adjustment where his recovery time after using time jump was shortened and the increased speed of his normal attack just slightly. Let's now move on to what we're getting this week, and we are getting quite a lot of content this week and even more content in the future. It's kind of crazy. The smallest thing that we're getting this week, and it's an event so that's kind of weird to think about, is that we're getting the Dragon Boat Festival event. This is a mini event. I don't really know why they're giving us this event when we have all of these other pieces of content coming out. It feels like it should have come out last week. I made a mistake. I thought it was coming out last week, but it's actually coming out this week on the 21st. So that will be this Thursday. This event will include a small couple of missions that you'll be able to do to be able to get some small rewards such as clues and fragments, I believe, and you'll also be able to get a special event portrait themed around antiquarian and an event portrait frame that is also quite nice. Not too bad. Has nice kind of golden flowers or golden leaves as far as I can tell. What's most important this week is that we're getting the new season. We're getting season 27. That's a lot of seasons. With season 27, we're getting season 27 Essence 1 that brings along the new Hunter Opera Singer. I've already covered her abilities in previous episodes, and I also have a stream where I tested her abilities that you'll be able to find in the link in the description to see the playlist with all of my live stream content. It's possible she'll have some adjustments since she was on the test server. When she comes to live, they don't always release them exactly the same, but she has abilities based around shadows and dashing. I'm looking forward to seeing people pick her up because she's a fun character to play, and I hope that they maybe make her a little bit smoother to play too. This Essence is of course bringing along her special S tier skin, her exclusive S tier that's called Basilisa. This is a very fancy skin, very reminiscent of Clerk's original exclusive skin. So I'm not the biggest fan of this skin personally, but I know a lot of people like it. I don't like this green gold black combination. But there's also an A tier skin for Forward called Avara's Chariot, and there's also an A tier skin for Clerk, coincidence I guess, called Marshall, and it's not a bad skin. But that's not all we're getting with this season, because season 27 of course brings along 2 extra pieces of content that you'll be able to grind out during the season. Those are the new rank rewards and the logic path. So let's begin with the new rank rewards. Last week we talked about what they were called. We know that Toy Merchant is getting the S tier Mechanical Butterfly, Geisha is getting the A tier Sunshine Doll, and Postman is getting the Post Stamp Album A tier accessory. But what are the effects? They did reveal them in a recent video, and Toy Merchant's one slightly underwhelmed me, but they're quite nice overall. I was surprised that the Sunshine Doll one for Geisha and the Mechanical Butterfly one for Toy Merchant kind of had very similar vibes of levels of how many effects they had, but that's fine. The accessory for Toy Merchant creates butterfly effects around the catapult. On the ground, it's very beautiful. It also creates butterflies around her when she's flying. Every time she uses the wings again, she gets an extra butterfly. So if you use it once, you get 1 butterfly, 2, you get 2 butterflies, and so on. It also adds some nice kind of white gluey effects behind her wings. Geisha's Sunshine Doll accessory also has white butterfly effect. Whenever she flies into the air, she gets kind of nice white butterflies flying around her. Whenever she dashes, she gets like a white smoky effect behind her, and whenever she transforms, she also has a nice effect as well. And it also transforms her butterfly that she throws into a white butterfly. This will look really good with some of her already existing skins. Postman's this accessory is actually very different, not butterfly themed at all. It actually creates small floating stamps around any survivors that are being affected by a letter's buff. So if you give someone a letter, they will have kind of post notes and post stamps all around them. It also gives his dog a dash effect when you're sending it towards the hunter to be able to latch onto them to slow them down. How about the logic path? Let's talk about that. There's of course the new coordinator skin coming out, Aphrodite's Kiss, more of a Valentine's skin than it is a summer skin, but anyway, it's coming out this time of year. It's interesting. A lot of people want to grind it out. It is a really good skin in my opinion. It also comes along with a fan accessory, a portrait and portrait frame if you grind that logic path, and I know a lot of people will. But even more content that we're getting this week, we're also getting the Mitsuji Kamata or the Kamati Moon crossover part 3. This is going to bring along 3 new skins, and of course you guys know what those are because we've been talking about them for quite a few weeks now. One skin is for Sculptor, it's called Reanimator, another skin for Prospector called Two-Faced, another skin for Perfumer called Distiller. They are all A tier skins and will only, as far as I know, be available for Echoes. There is going to be a small discount on the first week for these skins, and I believe they're also going to give us a 40% discount card to purchase one of these 3 skins as well, so that's really exciting if you want to get one of these skins at a discount. As this is the final part of the Kamati Moon crossover, that means they're also bringing back all of the skins from part 1 and also part 2, so that's 4 skins in total that you'll be able to buy as well from the shop at full price. There's no discount as far as I can tell, and there's no discount card that they are giving. If you purchase one of these skins, you do get a special reward, being one of those 2 statues that they released in either part. So if you buy a skin from part 1, you'll be able to get the statue from part 1, and if you buy the skin from part 2, you'll be able to get the statue from part 2. And for you free-to-play players, don't worry because there is also an event that's going to be happening with this Kamati Moon crossover. This event will contain 3 portraits, 1 for each of the skins that are being released with this part 3, portrait frames 3 as well, and also 3 graffitis, all again themed around the skins that are being released with this part 3. As far as I can tell, that's all we're getting this week. There might be some other minor things that they add, but that is a lot of content already. Let's talk about what we're getting in the future. And Netease went crazy with this recent live stream that they did on the 16th, I believe it was, for the 5th anniversary reveal. They gave us so much content and told us so much that's coming over the summer. Kind of crazy, all coming within the next couple of months, so that's very interesting indeed. One of the first things that's being revealed is that we're getting the Island Summer Diaries event. It's going to begin on June 29th, although I'm not sure how much of this content will be revealed and released on June 29th. I believe they'll slowly be released as they go. Let's talk about what we're getting during this event. The event will bring along some rewards that you will be able to get by completing stuff in the event, maybe with a special currency, I am unsure. This is going to bring along an A tier accessory for Mechanic called Ocean's Whisper. We still don't know what the effects are for this, but I'm very interested indeed. Maybe it will give the bot a wave effect? I don't know how that would work. It's also going to bring along a portrait frame, some stickers, that's very cool, you'll be able to use in the chats, room music, a portrait, and a B tier skin for Cowboy called Island Tourist. That is actually a really nice B tier skin. I like this one indeed. It does have a cool theme to it. That's what B tiers should have in my opinion. They are also going to bring along some special furniture for the summer that's I'm assuming going to be available in either the furniture store or in the store itself. Maybe we'll be able to get some of this furniture available for free in the event. I'm still unsure about that one, but the furniture looks really fantastic. There's a special one that I saw that I have in my memory that is like a sandcastle version of Dream Witch, and it looks really cool, and I really want that one. They're also adding some stuff to the Spyglass store for this summer event, and that's going to be a B tier skin for Dream Witch. I can't remember the name, I didn't write it down, but you'll be able to see it on the screen. There's also going to be a B tier skin for Mechanic and a new dish as well that's going to be added. Also on June 29th, to celebrate this whole summer event beginning, we're going to be getting the special S tier skin for Enchantress, and this skin is absolutely amazing, really beautiful. I'm showing it to you guys on the screen right now. It's called Tropical Holiday, and it's also going to have an A tier accessory called Coastal Garland. I don't really know what the accessory will do. It has like, it looks like a wreath. It's very weird. They announced the 5th anniversary, and there's a lot of content that's coming with that, including of course an essence and also extra content. So first of all, from what I can tell, this essence is going to be released on July 13th, and if you log in on on that day, you'll be able to get 10 free essences for this anniversary essence. That's very nice of them to give us something like that. They've announced the skins that are coming this week with this new essence, and they also revealed next essences skins. Kind of crazy to think about. First of all, we know that Photographer is getting the S tier for this anniversary essence, and it looks pretty cool. I would like to be able to see what this skin looks like in its full form, but it does look pretty creepy, and of course, it's an anniversary essence, so they put a lot of effort into it. There's also an A tier skin for Psychologist that looks really nice, and an A tier skin for Gravekeeper. Very cool. We can see in the background on the art as well that there is a B tier skin for Coordinator, Sculptor, Ripper, Gardener, and also Prisoner, if you are interested in B tier skins. The 5th anniversary doesn't just bring along an essence, it also brings along an event, and that's going to be exciting because they're, for the first time as far as I can remember, for a very, very long time, for 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, they're actually going to create an event map. And this is what I've been asking Netease to do for a very long time. They're going to be reworking Lakeside Village to make a special event map that I believe will only be available for the 5th anniversary. It's called the Fireworks map, and we've only seen a little teaser of the art of what it looks like. The event will also have some rewards for free-to-play players. It will include a B tier skin for Mercenary, a permanent, as far as I can tell, A tier unlock card, B tier unlock card, emote unlock card, maybe a standby motion unlock card, I don't know. It would also include a portrait frame, a label that I'm assuming is going to be specific for the event, some portraits, even more stickers, furniture, and also a new dish. I'm not sure if any of these will be added to the Spyglass store and which ones you'll be able to purchase or just get from the event itself, but I'm excited to see us getting so much content over the next couple of weeks. And for those people that are really interested in seeing memory spheres being reset, memory spheres are going to be reset on June 29th, and if you log in on July 13th, you'll be able to get 10 free memory spheres. This is a rumor, I believe. I'm not sure if it's completely confirmed, but it's very exciting to know about. Now, if you thought that was all the content that we've got coming from the future, you would be very, very wrong, because they also revealed a ton of other stuff. They revealed Gravekeeper's anniversary package that is coming out on July 20th, and this is a very fancy skin. It's an S tier skin for Gravekeeper and an A tier accessory that's coming along with him, has like a blue glowy effect. It's a fancy skin, and it's nice to see a Gravekeeper skin. It's something that we don't see too often, although he is getting an A tier skin in the anniversary itself. Bloody Queen's 1 skin was also revealed. It's called Promised Day. That will also be released on July 20th. This skin looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to playing against this skin and seeing people really enjoy this skin, because Bloody Queen skins are always really fantastic, and this is one of the best ones I've seen. Painter is getting his Ivory Tower skin coming on July 20th. It's called Turpentine or Turpentine. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's just a small Ivory Tower skin, something that you can purchase for a small amount of echoes. We're getting like a part 2 from the Panda Friend event that we had last year. This is going to include a Doctor skin called Bamboo Guardian that is an A tier skin available on July 20th. This event will also bring along last year's skin for little girl called Panda Friend. I believe these 2 skins are going to probably only be for echoes, but hey, okay, it's nice to see another skin, one of them for Doctor, not bad. Netease also revealed the S tier skin for Aeroplanist. That is a character that they haven't actually technically revealed or told us what his abilities are. It's a bit weird that they revealed what his S tier is going to be, and also that he's getting an A tier accessory. I believe this skin and the accessory will be available in the store for purchase, so he's going to be a store character as far as I can tell. Aeroplanist's S tier skin that looks fantastic is called Stellar Wings, and his accessory that is an A tier is called Beyond the Sky. These will all be available on July 27th. Now let's talk about some crossovers, and I think you guys already know which one they've already announced a lot of information about, and that is the Danganronpa crossover, and they've told us when the date is. Originally there were rumors that it was supposed to come around January, February next year, but that's actually not true at all. It's coming this summer. It's coming on August 3rd, and it will come with a free skin for prisoner called Rantaro Amami. I have not played Danganronpa Part 3, so I don't know any of the characters, but I'm sure a lot of people are super excited about this, and this will probably bring along a lot of players that have never played Identity V into the game for the first time. In this Danganronpa essence, as far as I can tell, there are also going to be some more skins. We know that Journalist is getting the S tier skin, Acrobat, Novelist, and Toy Merchant will be getting A tiers. And a weird crossover that I have no idea what it will bring is Identity V has revealed the Hangzhou West Lake crossover. That is a crossover with a lake. I don't understand. Are they going to bring a lake into the game? Is there just going to be a map that is just a giant lake? Are we going to go swimming in Identity V? I'm very interested in seeing what this means, but it is going to be coming to both the Chinese server and also to global servers. So many skins and accessories revealed, so much content content that they're going to give us, but no pets for hunters, something that they haven't added to the game for such a long time. If you want to see some hidden animations that you probably didn't know existed in Identity V connected to Hunter's pets, then click on the video that's on the screen right now.